Welcome back to Sports Edge. Joining us tonight, Andy Shea, head coach of Yale men's lacrosse. And, I don't want to jinx you, but off to a great start.
Yeah, knocking on leather doesn't help, but
yeah,
it's
something we got.
Yeah, something else.
But what, 6-0 start, 1-0 in the Ivy,
Yep.
and you're up to third in the country. Is that the highest Yale lacrosse has been ranked before?
I quite frankly, I'm not sure. I think in 90, I know they were number 2 in the country for a while, and I think in the 50s they were. 50s and 60s, they might have been that high. So it's the highest we've been ranked since I've been there.
You've had some really great seasons the last couple of years. Did you know heading into this season that you could have a special year?
Well, I don't know if it's a special year yet. I don't know if it's any different than years past, other than the fact we've beaten Cornell. I do think that these are good kids that have been, in our system for a long time, and I think they have high expectations. I think we talked about, when we lost to Maryland last year in the first round, and Maryland made it to the finals. I think that we kind of realized that we need to, raise our expectations a little bit.
So you've made the NCAA tournament 3 of the last 4 years, correct?
Yeah.
What have you learned as a program? What have the kids learned that are still there that, maybe this year, you can take it to the next level?
I think for us, it's just making sure that we're true to ourselves in that moment, and I think that we look at the Maryland game last year as a game where we, midway in the fourth, we're up by 3, and we stopped doing what we do. And it's a lot. It's easy to get to, I shouldn't say it's easy, but we've gotten to that point, and when we get there, we just have to stick with the menu because we know it works. But our seniors have been through this a lot, and I think they realize that this if we are lucky enough to get in that moment, we got to just stick with the plan.
When you think about lacrosse, I always think about it as a northeastern type of sport, but do you recruit all over the country?
We have kids on our team from California, Saskatchewan. We've had Florida kids, Texas kids. We've had a Seattle kid on our team. We're all over the place.
Every kid in any sport likes to score, and you've got some goal scorers on your team, but your team seems to be built on defense.
I do think it's a little more reliable when you're a defensive-oriented team, for bad weather or maybe sticks not behaving as much. I think that for us, we always want to kind of build from the back and be a strong defensive team, and I think our offense is, I think we're averaging 12-something goals a game. People look at us like a slow-down team, and it's kind of silly. We actually score a lot of goals, but historically, yes, we've been a defensive team.
You mentioned bad weather, and I got to be honest with you, I always hear the baseball coaches tell me how hard it is to play in the Northeast, college baseball. But at the Maryland game, I had them on 50 layers, and you guys are walking around in shorts and short-sleeve shirts. I know that's the uniform, but I was freezing looking at your team.
I don't think Maryland was that cold, to be honest with you. I think
I was cold.
We've had worse ones than that.
He's a wimp, don't worry about it.
But if there's snow on the sidelines, there's snow on the sidelines. I mean, the elements are a part of the game.
They're absolutely part of the game. And, we've been talking for years, or the university's been talking about getting an indoor facility, and we have a lot of our peers have indoor facilities. And I personally don't necessarily want to rely on that. I want our guys to play in the cold and be able to shoot and pass and catch with when their fingers are freezing. And it's just something that's part of the game.
Hey, what would your advice be to parents at home? A lot of, do I specialize my kid? How do they get your attention?
Do not specialize your kid. Let them play as many sports as they can. Let them be kids. We have kids. I got an email the other day from a father whose son is in 4th grade, and he wants to know how he can get on a recruiting
fast track.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you get off our recruiting list, to be honest with you. I don't want to have anything to do with that.
Right.
I want a kid who has enjoyed the game and grown up, playing football and basketball and soccer and wrestling and isn't sick of lacrosse by the time he gets to us.
But those are going to be the same type of parents that are going to be diagramming you plays and trying to show them.
Yeah, if only I could get their feedback. It's very valuable.
I really love that.
I bet. Hey, real quick, to toughen Eric up, do you think we should get him out and dress him up, put him in net on a nice 25-degree day?
We can do that, but we're out of 25-degree days. We can definitely put you in net.
I don't know about that.
It's going to be like 60 degrees.
I'll give it a try. I'm not scared.
Yeah, you're not scared? All right, I think can we come over and get in net?
Absolutely.
Can I fire shots?
There'll be a long line of people who want to fire shots.
We'll bring the camera.
We can do it. Absolutely.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
No problem.
And good luck tomorrow. You got a big game tomorrow at home.
Thank you very much, guys.
At noon, right, Princeton?
You bet. 6-time national champion, and nine of the last 11 games have been decided by 1 goal.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Noon time at Reese Stadium over at Yale. Go check out Andy Shea and the Yale Bulldogs, 3rd in the country in college lacrosse.